Yo, what's up, Leo? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of November 2018. Leo, your central energy this month is the Six of Wands in the reverse. And Leo, I really wish that card would have showed up in the upright for you. Because the Six of Wands in the reverse would be the opposite of a victory. So unfortunately, you're not going to be having any sort of victory in the month of November 2018. Now, the Six of Wands in the reverse also suggests that some of you guys might have an excessive pride. And, you are a very bold personality, and that's great and everything, but when you overdo it, that might turn other people off. And this is resonating through two different cards. I mean, you have the Six of Wands in the reverse as part of your central energy. Now, the Star card in the reverse also showed up as one of your central energy cards, and that also means that so this is like both cards are indicative of you having an excessive pride, Leo. So try to tone that down a little bit or rein that in a little bit, because you might be turning other people off with that. And just gonna, you know how the saying goes, Leo. What comes after pride? A great what? What comes after pride? A great what? I'll let you finish the phrase because obviously you know what it is. So just tone that down a little bit. Now, you also have the Five of Coins as part of your central energy. And some of you might, you might really feel like you're on the outside of some kind of situation in your life. So I don't know if you could see this card close enough, but, the person on this card is outside in the snow by themselves. And there's light, beautiful light shining in that building, and whoever's in there is happiness, and they're having a good time. And somebody's on the outside, so you might be feeling like you're on the outside a little bit when it comes to a certain situation in your life, and that might resonate with you in the month of November 2018. Now, if that's not the case, then this card can also be one of financial dissatisfaction. So, some of you guys just maybe don't feel like you make enough money potentially, and that might be resonating through the Five of Coins potentially. But maybe what I want you to do is maybe you can go on Google and you can type in Serena Angel card and click the images tab, and then just read what's on that card. So Serena Angel card, Serena, Serena Angel card. Maybe type that in your Google search browser and then hit the images tab and then read what's on the card. And then maybe that'll give you a little bit, after you read what, I'm not going to tell you what's on the card, but you can go ahead and do that and just read what's on the card, and that might give you a little bit more relief about maybe if you're feeling some sort of, I'm not saying all of you are, but, for you Leos out there who are feeling financial dissatisfaction, go ahead and check out that Serena Angel card. It might make you feel a little bit better after you read it. Now, you have this Star card also in the reverse as your central energy. And when the Star card is in the reverse, that means, some of you are spiritually impoverished potentially, so you just don't have enough faith potentially in your life path. So, maybe you do just need to trust a little bit more in a higher power and in the greater plan that a higher power has for you, Leo. And when the Star card is in the reverse, sometimes it can suggest self-pity. So don't fall into that. Don't have pity for yourself. The Star card in the reverse, the Star card could also be indicative of an Aquarius in your life. So I'm not saying all Leos have an important Aquarius in your life, but if you do, then the Star card is definitely indicative of that person. But because it's in the reverse, that would suggest that potentially some of you might have a challenge with someone who's an Aquarian in the month of November 2018. And this could be anybody in your life, maybe for some of you, this is your love interest, or, potentially very select few of you are with an Aquarius potentially, or already, or, maybe this person is someone from your job, or maybe this person is someone from your family. So, some of you do have an Aquarian in your life who might give you a little bit of an issue in the month of November 2018. Now, your challenge card this month is the the King of Coins, which is crossing your reading. And, for a lot of you, this is going to be, and it doesn't matter, if you're not familiar with tarot reading, then you're probably not aware that it doesn't matter that it's a King of Coins. It doesn't matter that it's a king. A King of Coins can be a man or a woman, but it's definitely somebody who is a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn for some of you. So some of you might have a challenge with someone who is a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in the month of November 2018. And once again, this could resonate, I'd say maybe for a few of you who are in relationships, maybe this is a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn who you're in a relationship with, or, maybe if you're not in a relationship, maybe this is somebody you're interested in. A few of you might be interested in someone who is a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and, maybe getting things off the ground with that person isn't the easiest of tasks. And, I could say the same thing about the star card with, maybe because the star card is in the reverse. So, if you're a single Leo, it's like maybe some of you are interested in somebody who is an Aquarius, but, maybe they're not so easy to enter into a relationship with this person. But we'll go back to the King of Coins as your central energy. So, yeah, if this isn't a romantic interest, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, that you're having an issue with, then, this might be some other Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in your life who's giving you a little bit of difficulty. Now, if that's not resonating with you at all, then, potentially this just suggests that you're exhibiting more of the challenge qualities of the King of Coins when it's in the challenge position. So, this would be a reckless use of your skills. Leo, you got to just watch it. Some of you guys are just, you're just totally reckless. You don't even care if you're going to cause damage. Well, in the end, maybe you're going to be the one who's on the receiving end of any difficulty, and it might be because of your own actions. So you might want to just watch what you're doing there. You have the Four of Swords at the top of your reading. Four of Swords is crowning your reading, and some of you really need to get some rest. Maybe you're just going and going and going, and it's action all the time, and just maybe you just need to relax. So I'd say the Four of Swords is definitely a card that would indicate, some of you guys are just at the point where you need to recharge your batteries. Maybe recuperation is necessary at this point for some of you guys. Now, you have the Sun card in the reverse, and, your ruler is the Sun, so it's not a good card to have in reverse, Leo. Some of you, especially, I'm going to say, a few of you Leos who are single, especially you single Leos, are feeling sort of lonely throughout the month of November 2018. And I think that this might be due in part to some of you Leos who are single are really picky. So, there might be some good options for you, Leo, as far as, people who could be a potential candidate for a good relationship in the future. There might be somebody or a few people in your life. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say that maybe a few of you have a few options, because you have the Seven of Cups here. but it's in the reverse, would suggest that, maybe either you're not choosing from the options, or maybe you just have too many options and you don't know which one to go with. But, I'd say with the Sun card in the reverse is definitely indicative of loneliness. Some of you are really feeling lonely, but it might be because of you. It's like maybe there is someone quality that you could try to get to know this person better, but you just refusing to. So I don't know. I don't know, Leo. Maybe maybe you should pick one of these options. At least give somebody a try, so you don't feel so lonely. For you single Leos, I mean, even if you are coupled up, maybe some of you maybe feel like you're doing your own thing. You feel a little bit lonely. The Sun card in the reverse can sometimes be representative of, you're just really unsure about where you're going, where you're headed, Leo. So some of you might be feeling a little bit that way in the month of November 2018. You have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and that would have been nice for that card to show up in your reading in the upright, but unfortunately that card showed up in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the upright would suggest that you're on point, but it's not in the upright, Leo. The Ace of Swords showed up in your reading in the reverse. Some of you really, you're just not on point in the month of November 2018. Now you have the Lovers card, which is also in the reverse. So, this month, I mean, some of you guys are having like some imbalance in your, especially for those Leos who are coupled up, maybe there's some imbalance or some disharmony in your relationship. So I'm not saying that all Leos are experiencing, dissatisfaction or a lack of harmony in your relationship, but for those of you who are, this specifically has to do with love relationships because it's the Lovers card. Some of you might be feeling like there's a bit of an imbalance in your love relationship in the month of November 2018. And, for others, maybe it has to do with one person likes, one person more than the other. So maybe, I don't know if it's you who you love whoever you're in a relationship, you love them more than they love you, or maybe you're not really feeling them that much and they love you more than you love them, or maybe it's some other kind of issue, but some of you really are. I mean, that Lovers card is showing up in the reverse. I'm gonna go ahead and say that some of you really are. There is some disharmony in your relationship. It's clear. Now, very specifically, the Lovers card in the reverse. Well, the Lovers card in general is the 6th card of the Major Arcana, and I made a discovery in tarot reading that no other tarot readers have ever made before, and it's the use of life path numbers within the tarot. So the first 9 cards of the tarot deck and cards that are outside of the numerological cycle, which is 11 and 22, are all life path numbers. And I'm the only tarot reader who does this with life path numbers. I mean, I've watched so many tarot readers. I've watched countless tarot reading videos, and I've never seen any tarot readers use life path numbers through numerology in their readings. So I'm going to keep saying this because I'm the one who made this discovery. So if you start seeing other tarot readers using the concept and they're not, giving me a shout out for it or anything, well, that's not right. So hopefully they're not doing that. But if you do see any other tarot readers using this concept, then just know where they got it from. They got it from me because I'm the one who made the discovery. But regardless, the Lovers card is somebody who could be in your life who is, and it's not going to resonate for all of you, but for some of you that you might have the life path, someone who's the life path number 6 in your life, who's an important person or, focus in your life in the month of November 2018. And so what you want to do is, if you're curious, Leo, about anybody in your life who might be life path number 6, you just want to take their date of birth and you want to go on to, click on the link that's above the comment section in this video. It'll take you to a tutorial explanation that I've recorded. I show you how to use someone's date of birth to find out what their life path number is, and you can see if somebody's a life path number 6 in your life, and it could be anybody. You know, maybe for some of you this is a love interest, for others of you it's someone who you work with, for others of you it might be somebody in your family, for a very select handful of you maybe it's you. So a few of you might be the life path number 6 potentially. But, you know, there are some Leos with the Lover's card showing up in this reading. There are some Leos that do have someone who's a life path number 6 in their life, and that's really specific. Obviously, not all Leos do, but the fact that the card is in the reverse would imply that maybe you're having a bit of a challenge or difficulty with this person in the month of November 2018. Maybe some of you are... You know, for a very select few of you, whoever is a life path number 6 could be a quality person for you to maybe enter into a relationship, especially if you're single for some of you. But, you know, maybe it might be some difficulty getting things off the ground with this person right away. And I wouldn't get too frustrated if I were you about that, because Mercury is going to start to retrograde halfway through the month. I mean, Mercury retrograde is totally indicative of delays. It won't move forward again until the beginning of December, and I'd say that, you know, December is this is a reading for November 2018, but I'd say that December is a better month for energy when it comes to satisfaction in your love life, Leo. And you have the 7 of Cups in the reverse. I talked about that a little bit before, but, you know, once again, you know, 7 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups is options. 7 of Cups in the reverse is like you're not picking an option that, you know, maybe some of you have plenty of, especially if you're single, some of you have plenty of options. And, you know, others of you are just being totally picky. So, you know, especially if you're single, pick an option. You know, maybe for some of you, one issue is, well, you're talking about imbalance in love relationships, and I'm not saying that's the case for all of you, but, you know, maybe for some of you Leos who are already in a relationship, maybe you like more than one person. It's like, yeah, maybe you're attracted to your significant other, but at the same time, you do have options in your life. I mean, a lot of you Leos are very attractive people, and, you know, potentially some people in your life may not care that you're already coupled up, and they might be interested in you, and you might like them back, but then at the same time, you also like whoever you're with. So I'm not saying that's the case for all of you, but for some of you, it might be. Now, right above the 7 of Cups, you have the 8 of Wands in the upright, and, you know, that's a card that has to do with your life could change very fast, Leo, for some of you. So I'm not saying that's the case for all of you. So some of you might experience this in the month of November. All of a sudden there's some kind of swift change that's just going to take place in your life. And, you know, I don't think that's going to happen for all of you. But, I mean, with the 8 of Wands showing up in the upright and you're reading, it's definitely a possibility for some of you. You have the Queen of Coins in the reverse right above that. And it seems like some of you are having difficulty with someone who is, you know, once again, it's the suit of coins. So it doesn't matter that it's a queen, because a queen could be a man or a woman. And, you know, this is somebody who is a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Leo. So, you know, you have the King of Coins in the challenge position. You have the Queen of Coins in the reverse. So, you know, some of you really are having a challenge with someone who is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in your life. If that's not resonating with you as, you know, an issue with any of those signs, then, you know, potentially this might be, some of you just want something for nothing. So, I mean, you know, you can't just have something for nothing, Leo. You got to work hard. And I'm not saying that you don't work hard. I'm sure a lot of you are really hard workers, but, you know, some of you might have that attitude. You want something for nothing. Now, others of you, this is more about, your commitments to your home life or commitments to family, and that might kind of irritate you. Some of you might just feel like you want to do your own thing, but you have domestic obligations. Some of you are committed potentially to somebody who you live with. That might kind of bother you. I'm not saying all of you, but maybe some of you are a little bit bothered about that, because maybe you want more freedom and you want to do your own thing, but then at the same time you feel committed to someone who lives under the same roof as you potentially. For others of you, like I said, it could be like family obligations that you're kind of feel stuck with. Now, the outcome of your reading is very positive because you have the Temperance card in the upright. So, you could end up feeling very patient at the end of the month. So, just because you don't have what you want by the end of November 2018 doesn't mean that you're not going to get it in the future, but you have the patience. So you're okay with it. You're okay with the fact that, just because your goals aren't being realized right away, doesn't mean that you can't realize your goals in the future, and you're being patient. And I think that's a really great quality to finish off the month with, Leo. The Temperance card in the upright could also be indicative of, everything in moderation. So you're not doing things in a way that's gluttonous. There's no excess potentially. So, some of you are adhering to that everything in moderation type of lifestyle. And, this is also, the Temperance card in the upright is good for finding some middle ground. So it's like, some of you are very bold and audacious people, and sometimes you want things your way. But, it seems that some of you, by the end of November 2018, you're being more diplomatic. So I think that's good. It's like you're finding a way, to get along, to potentially, for some of you, or you're finding that middle ground that's agreeable for everything. It's like, it's like maybe some of you have a situation in your life where you want something your way and someone wants something their way, but now you are, with the Temperance card in the upright as your outcome for the month of November 2018, you're finding some kind of middle ground. And I think that's really great, Leo. And I think you have a lot to look forward to, Leo. I mean, I know maybe some of the messages in this reading weren't the brightest, but, at the same time, you have a lot to look forward to. This is just the energy for the month of November 2018. I mean, sometimes, the first 3 weeks of November, just because you're a Leo, this is more of a better energy for you to just, take it easy. It's more of a Four of Swords type of energy. Just kick back and relax. The sun is in the fourth sign of it's not in the fourth sign of the zodiac, but if you count, how many signs the sun is from where you are, from where you were born, it's the fourth sign from where you were born. So, some of you might just be in the mood to just kick back and relax a little bit more throughout the month of November 2018. You're going to have some really nice energy coming in because Jupiter is shifting into this very upbeat area for you soon. So that it is actually, Jupiter is actually going to go into this area in the month of November 2018. And it hasn't been in this area for you, Leo, in 12 years. So you haven't experienced this exciting, fun energy. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that you haven't had fun in 12 years, but not like the way you're going to, I mean, the 12 months that follow November 2018 are going to be, your life is going to start to brighten up a lot. And, you might not really feel that energy too much in November, but I'd say that, once Jupiter gets more established in this position of the sky, I feel that things are really going to start to brighten up a lot for you. And this especially has to do with your love life. So, for you single Leos, I'd say the 12 months that follow, because of where Jupiter is going to be in the sky, the part of the sky that it's transiting, I'd say the 12 months that follow November 2018 are going to be a great time for you to find someone who's the love of your life, Leo. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. If you have options, try to figure out if someone is really good for your love life in the 12 months that follow this month. Now, there's also a new moon happening on November 7th. So this has to do very much with your home life or your family. So there's some kind of new energy coming in regarding home life or family. And the way a new moon works is it's going to hit on November 7th, and then the 6 months that follow November 7th, now all of a sudden you got some new energy coming in that 6 months, like new developments occurring in your family, new developments occurring under your roof, in your household. You know, for a very select few of you, the 6 months that follow November 7th, if you're looking to move, this is the time to do it, Leo. And, you know, maybe some of you want to do it. Maybe if you're not looking to move, maybe some of you want to like spruce up your living space a little bit or do like a home renovation. But, you know, this energy is the seed is getting planted on November 7th, and it has something to do with your home life or your family in the 6 months that follow the date of its occurrence on November 7th. Thank you very much for watching this video, Leo. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram as Gregory Furlan Astrology, so if you like to read daily astrology, make sure to give me a follow there. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.